above the tips of slopes, across valleys and streams, beneath the surfaces of oceans, across islands to the doorstep of shallow caves, Africa. Your sons and daughters await in silence for peace that never touched their soul. Like an angry stream against the ground, the martyrdom spirit of those death whispered their names too early is calling you to respond. Because in you our stories are only unfolding to change the world into something never had been seen. In the cemetery of my bad decisions, my gallery is old, flooded repeatedly by the heavy rain of ignorance and childishness. The bottom soil is washed away, and I am left to pick up the pieces and find them a new secret place. There I am at a very young age, marking all incomprehensible as wrong and infelicitous. Now, my own words and thoughts sting like the cold wind on my skin. The secrets I hid, the wind whispers them to the trees. The soil responds with envy from the fallen leaves. Cash, I paid the price from the sand in my eyes I cannot see. Listen, just like when he said, let there be light. Remember, darkness was caught in peacefulness that instantly contracted, squeezing everything that can fit in its abysmal nothing. Since then, it has been looking for any loose corner where it can abracadabra, blast, all that has been tightened intolerably in its space, patiently waiting for this moment. Perhaps for me, because this is where magic happens. Then the question I ask myself is silence interrupted, or silence interrupts when sound brags and clamor about all the good ideas fathomed in silence? What I'm saying is I wrote this poem in silence, but this utterance will probably take all the credit. Don't you get it? That this almost didn't matter until in Emerson said, and I quote, a weed is a flower in the wrong place, and a flower is a weed in the right place. If you were a weed in the right place, you'd be a flower. But seeing as you're a weed in the wrong place, you're only a weed. It's high time someone pulled you out. This is the hard truth. But I know a flower grows to be pulled out, especially when it is growing in the right place. I don't know if the problem is being pulled out beautifully as a flower or just being pulled out a weed. A weed is a flower in the wrong place, and a flower is a weed in the right place. Either a weed or a flower, you get to die. But I choose to die beautifully today. Don't get me wrong. I haven't been pulled out yet, and I am a weed growing in the right place, waiting to be pulled out as a flower, because this is exactly where I choose to grow. Right here. Where I choose to spread all my branches out with rhymes of poetry and be seen and explored for who I really am. So, if you are a weed in the right place, you'll be a flower, but seeing as you're a weed in the wrong place, you're only a weed. There's a lot of truth in that. But I'm just out here. Waiting to find out what happens if I get pulled out, growing in the right place as a flower. Thank you. So, the moon returns different every night, just like every father might. It takes long to return at times. That's why nobody waits for it anymore, but still swerve at shooting stars as a reminder of what once was. We got acclimated to this blackness in the darkness, stars cradling us till mornings of wonders and daydreams of escaping this bane of our existence, waiting in the porches of our mothers' delusions, falling in traps of ventriloquists that know our father's utterance. Listen, the first time I saw my dad was in court. Perchance you can all guess why, but that is not why I wrote this poem. Somehow, happiness and fear fought for a chance and a way out that day. I don't know how, but they all stuck on my throat, battling with my breath. I almost choked. I was anxious. My mother pointed at a bald head behind classic ornamented tables, or at least that's how I remember them, and said, "Hey, boy, that's your father." The image was not different from the one I always had of my father. A strange, bald-headed man without a face. Thank you. There is something about a mother's hymns on a Saturday morning. That's why some nights when it's quiet, I sing the same hymns my mother used to sing. Just to remember what assurance feels like. It makes me feel safe. Kinalumudisha Ke tla be ke hloka eng. That was not her favorite song, but she sang it more than half the time, and it stuck with me. Hey, I don't always write about my mother, but it's all right. It's all right because I don't always write about the things I really want to write about. And besides, the first time I attempted to write a poem was about her. So everywhere in my sheets, in the ciphers of my words, lies my mother and her accurate prognostications. And somewhere in the corner of my memory takes place an auction for my mother's hymns to my dreams. And it sells out every morning, just so I never forget when her beautiful singing was my alarm clock and a promise for a beautiful day. So I know I'm right when I say, that's my time. Thank you.